20 liters per day. That's what Dreo claims this thing can pull out of your air. For context, that's 5.5 gallons, enough to fill a mop bucket every single day. But here's what nobody's telling you. Speed doesn't mean squat if it can't maintain it. And after running this dehumidifier for 2 weeks straight in my basement, which feels like a rainforest after every storm, I found out exactly where this thing shines and where it absolutely faceplants. Let's talk real performance. Design. Surprisingly not awful look. I'm gonna be honest, most dehumidifiers look like medical equipment from the 90s, the Dreo 512S. It's basically a gray refrigerator that shrunk in the wash. Not beautiful, but at least it doesn't scream. I have mold problems. The good. At 27 pounds, you can actually move it without herniating a disc. The handle folds out like a suitcase, which is genius. I moved this thing between my basement, laundry room, and bathroom without cursing once. The digital display is bright enough to read across the room, and the touch controls actually respond on the first tap, looking at you, every other appliance in my house. Performance. The speed is real, but okay, here's where it gets interesting. I tested this in my 800 square foot basement that was sitting at 68% humidity. Dreo claims 400 square foot coverage. Day one, I ignored that spec and just let it rip. First 24 hours, humidity dropped from 68% to 48%. That's legitimately impressive. It pulled almost 4 liters of water out. The compressor runs quietly at around 38 decibels, which is quieter than my refrigerator. You can work from home with this thing running and not lose your mind. Week 1, flawless. The auto mode held my basement at exactly 45% humidity with that plus or minus 5% accuracy they promise. The smart sensor actually works unlike the smart toaster that burned my bagel this morning. Week 2, this is where reality hits, that 20 liter per day claim. It's based on 86 degrees Fahrenheit and 80% humidity, basically Florida in July. In normal conditions, around 70 degrees Fahrenheit and 60% humidity, you're looking at more like 12 to 14 liters per day. Still solid, but not the miracle they advertise. And here's the hidden deal breaker for some of you. This thing has a safety shutoff after 8 hours of continuous operation. It pauses for 8 minutes, then restarts. Dreo doesn't plaster this on the box. If you're trying to dry out a flooded basement ASAP, that's gonna slow you down. Smart features. Actually useful for once the Dreo app isn't complete garbage, which is rare. You can monitor humidity from your phone, set schedules, and get alerts when the tank is full. It pairs with Alexa and Google Home. I tested. Alexa, set the dehumidifier to 40%, and it actually worked. But, and this is important, the Wi-Fi connection drops randomly. Maybe once a week, you'll open the app and it'll say device offline even though the unit is running fine. You have to reconnect it manually. Annoying, but not a deal breaker unless you're trying to control it from vacation. Pro tip, the app tracks 30 days of humidity history. This is genuinely useful if you're trying to figure out where moisture is coming from. I discovered my laundry room spikes to 75% every Wednesday evening. Turns out I needed to vent my dryer better. That alone was worth the price. Real-world test. Drying laundry. Here's the test nobody else does. Can it actually dry clothes faster? I hung 2 identical wet towels in my laundry room. One with the Dreo running on high, one with just the exhaust fan. With Dreo, towel was bone dry in 4 hours. Without Dreo, took 11 hours and still felt slightly damp. That's the real use case if you live somewhere humid and can't use a dryer or want to save on electricity. This thing will cut your drying time by more than half. Your clothes won't smell like mildew and you won't have to run a space heater to speed things up. The hidden annoyance, defrost mode. Here's something Dreo conveniently forgets to mention in their marketing. When temperatures drop below 41 degrees Fahrenheit, this thing enters auto defrost mode. The process takes 15 to 20 minutes and the unit completely stops dehumidifying. This only matters if you're using it in an unheated basement or garage. I tested it in my basement, which sits at around 55 degrees Fahrenheit in winter, and it went into defrost mode twice in one day. That's 40 minutes of downtime. Not the end of the world, but if you need 24/7 operation in cold spaces, this isn't your machine. Energy efficiency. The bill won't kill you at 355 watts. This pulls less power than a gaming laptop. I ran it 24/7 for 2 weeks, and my electricity bill went up about $12. For comparison, running a 1500-watt space heater for the same time would cost closer to $50. It's Energy Star certified, which is rare for dehumidifiers under $250. If you're running this year-round, that matters. Maintenance. Easier than expected. The filter is washable. You just rinse it under the tap once a month. No proprietary BS. No expensive replacements. The water tank has a handle that doesn't suck. And the tank itself is see-through, so you know when it's full without checking the LED. One complaint, the drain hose they include is cheap. Like, this will crack in 6 months. Cheap. If you're planning continuous drainage, buy a better hose on Amazon. Seriously. The verdict, who should buy this? Buy it now if you need a dehumidifier for spaces up to 400 square feet, bedroom, bathroom, laundry room. You want something quiet enough to sleep with. You're on a budget, but still want smart features. You move your dehumidifier between rooms. Wait for a sale if your basement is bigger than 600 square feet. You live in an area with extreme humidity year-round. Go Frigidaire. You need 24/7 operation with 0 interruptions. Throw it in the trash if you're trying to dry out a flooded basement immediately. Rent an industrial unit. You need it to work in unheated spaces below 41 degrees Fahrenheit. The defrost cycle will drive you insane. That's the review. If this saved you from buying the wrong dehumidifier, hit that like button. If you disagree, tell me why in the comments. I read every single one. See you in the next one.